Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday. If you guys are anywhere in the West Texas area, it is snowing right now, and it has not snowed in a long time, so everybody's excited. I personally don't like weather that I can't drive in, so I'm a little bit of a Scrooge right now, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. It's not about me. It's about the earth, and we have snow, so it's wonderful. Hold on, let me adjust this real quick. So anyways, today I kind of want to tell you guys, my husband has been giving me a lot of ideas on my videos and things like that, and he's kind of noticed that I don't really talk too much about, like, I guess self-love in a way. Hello, sun. The sun is right in my face, sorry. Okay. I don't really talk too much about self-love, and so I kind of started to brainstorm with him about that, and I've noticed that I never really got to tell you guys how it was that I gained so much weight in 3 years, and what I was doing to myself, what I was thinking in my own head, that made me think like, hey, it's okay to keep eating. Yeah. Excuse me. I just got done eating, so. All right. So anyways, to that story. Backtrack about 2 years ago, we were living in our apartment, and that was our first, we got it, I'm 22. We got it when I was 18. As soon as I turned 18, I applied for it, and we got it in 2 months. And so we were there for 2 years up until my husband got sick and he couldn't pay the rent anymore, so we had to leave. But when we were there, when we first got there, we both had jobs. Well, he had a job, and then I got a job soon after to help with the bills. So I had a full-time job. I was working mornings and nights, and I had 2 babies, and I had to, I don't think I had daycare at the time, but I was still very stressed out. And so I would remember going to work, picking up something to eat for dinner, coming home, eating it, and then cleaning, and then the next day would start the same way or in some kind of different way. It kind of just did like that. The next year, I noticed that I had gained weight. And so I was like, oh, okay. And then on top of that, when I was first at that apartment, I weighed 140. It was after I had given birth to my daughter. Maybe 150. I think 150 is more like it, because I did gain a little bit of weight before we had moved into it, because we were living with my mother-in-law. So I was like 150 around there, and I would always eat. Like, I was always bored, and I was always working, and I was always home with the kids. So I would eat a lot just to kind of like de-stress and make myself feel good, because that's what we go to. Like, we turn to food to make ourselves feel good, and that's what I did. I did it very well, obviously. But yeah, I did it. And I also remember there was a point where I did notice that my weight was getting kind of, not out of hand, but I did have to buy bigger pants that particular week. And so when I would eat, or when we would get something to eat, and I noticed that it was something that I shouldn't be eating, I would look at my husband and I'd be like, do you think I'm beautiful? And he'd be like, of course, babe, like, you're the best, you're so beautiful. And I'd be like, okay, cool, that's all I need. If my husband thinks I'm beautiful, then there's nothing wrong with me. I'm gonna go ahead and like finish every crumb on this plate, and that's just how I did it for the longest. And he kind of, with his love, enabled me to just keep eating and kind of have his vision of love and self-love projected onto me, because I didn't have it for myself, obviously, because I had to get validation from him. But it kind of worked both ways too, because when we would get something, he'd be like, babe, do you think I'm handsome? And I'd be like, oh my gosh, babe, you're so sexy. And he would eat. And so we kind of just did that off and on and on and off again. My husband, when we got to the apartment, weighed about 220 pounds. So me and my husband, we have problems with our weight together, and both in separate times, because when he was heavier, I was skinnier, but when I'm heavier, he's skinnier. Anyways, we're just crazy. But the first like year and a half, we started to notice that he started to like go down in weight by a lot, because fast forward from then to when he got sick with his gallbladder, he lost 40 pounds, I think. No, it was more. Like 50 pounds. He lost like 50 pounds because he was 170 when he got sick with his gallbladder and we had to take him to the hospital. And so the doctor ended up telling us that it was because of the gallbladder that he had started losing weight. And so we were kind of just like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, you know, but I guess it's just because his body wasn't letting him eat as much anymore. And I noticed that too when I would be picking out that he wouldn't be. And so it kind of started making me feel bad. But we both enabled each other to just do what we wanted to do. and just kind of just like, I love you, and then eat, because that's what we were doing all the day, do long day. That's what we were doing. And so it was when we were at my mother-in-law's. It was after he got sick and we couldn't pay rent anymore, that we moved back to my mother-in-law's house, just to kind of get our bills back in order and catch up, and then leave again. When I was at my mother-in-law's, I remember weighing myself and I was 173. And so I was like, okay, like that's not. I said, oh, that's not that bad, whatever. And then me and her and another person were trying to do like a little weight loss game thing. Like we'd put $10 in a jar. Whoever like lost the most weight that week would get the money. Didn't really work out. Kind of gave up on it and then started eating a lot. And then if you fast forward a couple months, we moved into where we're living right now, which is my grandma's little, like, it's like a little duplex or whatever. And then I again got another job. I got a job to try and help him kind of set ourselves up, get stuff that we needed for the house and stuff. And so when we're at right now, I am working a part-time job. So I would wake up in the morning, get myself ready, get my son ready, take my son to school, come back, pick up my daughter, take her to whoever was taking care of her, go to work for 4 hours, get back, come home, feed my daughter, leave again, get my son, come back home, make dinner, and that's it. And as crazy as it was, having the part-time job was actually more stressful. And I was eating a lot more because I gained another 10 pounds in 3 months. In the last 3 months, because we moved out of my mother-in-law's in like in March. And then I weighed myself recently, like in July. So in like around that area, I gained 10 pounds. That's a lot. That's a lot to gain. Like I was not being careful at all. And so I kind of realized that through all of that, I was always kind of just like looking for validation from my husband that I was still kind of beautiful. But I never had that self-love in myself, which is my main point. I'm sorry if I'm going off track. Self-love, everybody. I now have it, and now actually look forward to weighing myself in the morning, because even if I gain, even if I lose, I still can look at myself in the mirror and be like, you are beautiful. So for anybody that's out there that doesn't know that they're beautiful, you guys are. There is always something on us as women that is beautiful, whether it's our hair, our eyebrows, our eyes, the color of our eyes, our lips, our teeth, our ears, our bodies. We are beautiful. And if you tell yourself that you're not beautiful, then we need to work on that, because you are. Like, I used to tell myself all the time, like, you're not beautiful, but then I'd do my makeup and I'd be like, damn, girl, like, you are all right. Self-love. And it was kind of, I didn't self-love myself too much, like just enough to get me by. But I just think that we all deserve some kind of to be in a positive mental state for ourselves, so that we can get to our goals in a healthy way, not in a, I'm going to starve myself because I hate myself. I think that I've never heard anybody say it, but I'm sure that people go through it, because I went through it. I've gone through the phase of like, I'm just going to starve myself because I'm disgusting. And I remember when I would not lose anything after so much work, it would destroy me. And it would lead me to eat my feelings and eat my failure away, kind of thing. Which, again, wasn't fair to me, because it was hard work. It was something that I was trying to do so hard, but my body was just not capable of it. And I think a lot of the time I would lie to myself, like, oh, I only ate 1 cookie when it was actually like 3. Or, oh, I didn't eat like a bread. I didn't eat like anything, but I did take bites and things like that. And that would make me like self-love, self-hate. It would make me self-hate. And be like, oh, like, see, this is why you're fat, because you can't do it. And that's just, like, if you, like, the way I'm saying it, that's how I would talk to myself. Like, oh my God, like, look at you eating all that stuff. You can't just stop, like, for 2 freaking seconds. Like, I was so mean. Like, my brain was a high school girl, a skinny high school girl, and I was the fat girl. And whatever, like, that's how I felt. Like, just how mean I was to myself. And now, looking back at it, I think that is what made me fail so much and so hard and for so long, was that I was so hard on myself when I wouldn't lose, or if I would gain something, that it just was unforgivable. And hold on. Okay, yeah, it was unforgivable and just horrible and evil of myself to be doing that. And so if anybody is out there right now that is actually thinking like that, like, oh, like you're this and you're that, don't, because you're beautiful and you're worth so much more than what you're losing or what you're gaining. Like, don't let that define you guys. I wanted to be all lovey-dovey and stuff because speaking on this out loud makes my heart feel good, because I didn't really get that from a lot of people. Like, you know, like, oh, you're beautiful and all this other stuff. Like, everybody was kind of just telling me, like, oh, you're getting bigger, you know, but not in a mean way, but still, it would hurt my feelings. And so I kind of, when I would hear it, it didn't sound nice. It didn't sound sweet. It just sounded like, oh, you're fat. And it would just get me all in my feelings. So, my goodness, the sun's really out right now. So like I said, like, anybody and everybody that is on a weight loss journey, a weight gaining journey, you guys are beautiful. You guys are worth it, and you guys will get to y'all's results. There she is. She's coming. Oulani is coming. She's coming. Do y'all hear her? Yeah. Oulani. Do you guys want to meet my daughter? Oulani. Come here. There she is. Say hi, baby. Say hi. She loves the camera, guys. She looks a little funny right now. There she is. Hi, honey. She just woke up from her nap, so now that means that we have to leave. Can you say bye? Say bye. Go like this. Bee. Bye, guys. Oh, bye. Go like that. Go like that. Cheese. That's a 3. That's a 3-way. Boom. But anyways, enough of my little beautiful daughter. Just like her, she's beautiful, and all of you guys are beautiful. So you guys deserve the absolute best from yourselves, from y'all's body, and from anything else in this world that is yours. Absolutely, 110%. So sorry for this lovey-dovey, super gooey message, but I just wanted to give it to you guys because you guys deserve it. So I will let you guys go. Sorry if I'm being repetitive, but alright, see you on my next video. Bye!